Welcome back to another episode of Chad Williams Fixes All. Today, on this 2012 Chevy Cruze, we're going to replace one of the oxygen sensors. Bank 1 Sensor 1 is the oxygen sensor we're going to be after today. This is directly on top of the catalytic converter, or what's called also the upstream oxygen sensor. Tools needed to complete this job are going to be a 7/8 or 22 millimeter oxygen sensor socket, a 3/8 ratchet, a flat blade screwdriver or some sort of small prying tool, and then some sort of anti-seize that you like for your threads. Links to all of these tools as well as the oxygen sensor are going to be in the description below for our Amazon affiliate. All right, now that we have the hood open and we're inside the engine compartment of the Chevy Cruze, we can start looking around. And first thing we notice is this thing is in dire need of a cleaning. So if you guys want to poke a little fun and have some good times with Chad Williams himself, leave a comment down below on how he should actually clean this engine compartment. But first we're going to do is locate the oxygen sensor that we're after. So Bank 1 Sensor 1 at the end of the ratchet here is going to be located just above the catalytic converter down here. We're going to follow up the wires. It goes underneath one of the coolant tubes, goes up and into this connector here. Now this connector is originally down here, but through some testing we needed to pull it up, and I wanted to leave it there to show you guys exactly where it was. We're also going to need one special tool. This is an oxygen sensor socket. This is going to be offset. We're going to have a small slot in it so we can feed the wires through. So if you're replacing the catalytic converter, you can actually reuse the oxygen sensor, and there's no need to cut the wires to get it out of here. So I'm going to put this on our extended ratchet, and we're going to show you how to get this thing out of here. So we're going to do the best we can to demonstrate how we're going to get this socket through the wire so we can actually get it onto the oxygen sensor itself. So oxygen sensor wire goes through, simply slides through, and you're able to slide the socket onto the base. Get it set into place. And once we've got it set into place, we simply tug with all of our might because of rust, and we get it to break loose. Now that we have it broken loose, give it an extra quarter turn with the ratchet, slide the socket off, and through the wires. And then once you have it broken loose, you can actually take it all the way out by hand. And there's the tip of our oxygen sensor. Once we have the oxygen sensor out of the oxygen sensor hole, or what's often referred to as the bung, in this case, we pull the sensor up through the engine compartment. So we have it loose over here to the side, allows us better access to the connector. On the connector, you're going to see two indentations on the top, one here, and then one here on the other side. Grasp it with your two fingers, give it the biggest pull up that you can. If that doesn't work, grab a flat blade screwdriver and pull up a little bit, then you're able to fully extend, all the way up, and you will feel the oxygen sensor start to pull with it, and you have your oxygen sensor completely out of the vehicle. So before we reinstall, we're actually going to use an anti-seize thread lubricant. We use this particular one here. It is a copper-based. A little bit of this goes a long way, so be very careful with it. I just put a small dab across the threads. And that'll help next time, just in case you need to take this out again. All right, now that you've got your anti-seize in, we're going to start by putting this back in to the socket itself, rethreading it, because if not, you can actually twist this cord if you were to plug it in first. So let's do that now. With that finger tight, You can then feed your connector up through and locate it quickly. That way it's up and out of your way. We're going to have links to the ratchet as well as the sockets that we utilize to take out the sensor and reinstall it, as well as our anti-seize in the description below. With a little bit of effort, you don't want this thing over tight because you will pull threads. That is good and tight. Simply back your socket out, thread it back through the harness, and now we can reconnect the electrical connector. GM does a great job here of only allowing us to put this in one way with a couple of tabs. We slide this in together. As we slide it in, we push down on the locking mechanism there. Then it pulls. We just tuck it down out of the way for now, and that's how you replace the oxygen sensor on this vehicle. Thank you for following through with the step-by-step on how to replace the oxygen sensor on this 2012 Chevy Cruze. We really appreciate you watching. Check out our other videos, not only on the Cruze, but also on an F-150, as well as the Chevy Trax. Until next time, thanks for watching.